Well, many family and friends of those victims of this tragic incident that unfolded in the Hunter Valley region on Sunday night gathered last night at the crash site in Greater, where they mourned the loss of those 10 lives that were tragically lost, as well as the survivors that were there. On top of that, there were many local residents from the town of Greater that also attended this candlelight vigil, where they laid down flower wreaths and allowed them the opportunity really to thank those first responders that attended the scene and the crash site on Sunday night as well. Now, there were more than 20 passengers on that bus that flipped over on Sunday night that were taken into hospital and treated for various injuries. Most have since been discharged since Monday, but currently there are still 9 that do remain in hospital, but thankfully in a stable condition. There are 2 that remain at the Royal Prince Alfred Hospital here in Sydney, while 7 are still at the John Hunter Hospital in Newcastle receiving treatment as well. This all comes as the bus company that's at the centre of this crash was investigated and was issued 2 infringement notices by police yesterday following raids that were conducted on the depots. Police were joined by investigators and inspectors from the National Heavy Vehicle Regulator on Wednesday to conduct a heavy vehicle audit of the Linq Busline fleet. That's a fleet that's based in the central coast of New South Wales. Now, they found documents that related to fatigue, driver management, vehicle servicing, maintenance and safety management systems. So there were more than 20 buses that were inspected, and among those 7 defects that were found, one of the major defects that were identified was that there was a cracked windscreen, oil leaks, inoperable seatbelts and insecure seats as well. Now, the bus company actually issued a statement saying that that major defect that was identified has since been rectified by the company, but they'll continue to work on those minor defects as the accordance to the timeline of that heavy vehicle regulator as well. Now, as for the bus that's at the centre of this crash that flipped over when it failed to appropriately navigate the roundabout in Greater, that's all part of a separate investigation by police, and we're expecting findings from this investigation to be delivered in the coming weeks as well. But this is certainly a tragedy that has marred so much of the local community there, and New South Wales Health says that crisis support services will remain open for as long as they're needed, both at centres in Singleton and Branxton, to help people come to terms with the grief and the loss as they continue to mourn those 10 lives that were tragically lost.